Sure. Yeah. Do we need more? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Did you need to come in also? Were you
Oh, I can step out.
part of the discussion? Were
Yes,
you part of the
ma'am.
discussion?
Well, I was there, yes, ma'am. But I didn't speak to you though.
Sure. All right. You can shut that door, yeah? Yes, ma'am. Sure. What can we do for you?
It's very nice to meet you.
Oh, you're fine, so you can sit.
Nice to see you,
No, it's
Caroline.
Yes,
Y'all
ma'am.
have a seat. Yeah, have a seat.
Okay, I am just trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
I've heard my child's side of the story, and I would like to know basically what happened.
Sure. I think we're trying to figure out what happened too. You know, we were made aware that there was an incident in the food court at 11 o'clock this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I was made aware by Zell Rusco.
And who is?
That's Miss Hill.
Oh, Miss Dell.
Yeah,
Okay.
Miss Dell.
Yes. I think so.
Just that there was an incident. So of course, you know, the course of action that we take is to go to the person that's responsible for that area.
Mhm.
So, and that is one of our volunteer board owned businesses. So I went to the director of food and nutrition, and we had a chance to take a look at the cameras of the activity that happened. And apparently there was some congregation
Mhm.
of juniors in the food court, and there was someone who was not dressed in junior uniform.
Mhm.
I don't know the person that wasn't in the, not dressed in junior uniform, but apparently that person, as near as we can tell on the video, made a purchase, and then there was some suspicious looking behavior on her part, and she reached for something and put it in her bag without paying for it, and she was called by the employee that if she was going to grab that item, she had to pay for it.
Mhm.
And that was reported to us on the part of the sales associate, because of course what we view is on camera and there's no volume, so you can't hear the conversation.
Right.
But there was an apparent attempt to pay for it, and that was unsuccessful.
Mhm.
And so the sales associate had to ask for the item that was unpaid back, and she did. At any rate, from what we can tell, that person that was under suspicion
Mhm.
went over and started talking with the group of
Mhm.
juniors.
Mhm.
There again, don't know what happened in the conversation, only saw what was on camera.
Right.
It just was, and we caution our juniors about, that type of behavior,
Mhm.
even being associated with it, remotely being associated with it. And so what Zell did actually as a group with the juniors, and what I did with two of the juniors, was to simply say, and this was my exact words to two of the juniors, it doesn't matter who's right, it matters what's right. And so what's right is, if you're a part of, you're a witness to something like that, let us know. We have a program that we're very proud of, and we want to make sure that it remains above reproach. And that was basically it. So that was the extent of what happened.
Right.
So I'm not sure what other questions.
Well,
There are.
basically, from what I'm hearing from you and what I've heard from my daughter, it's basically what she was telling me. But what I don't understand is they feel like they have been wrongfully accused.
No one's accused anyone of anything.
No,
Zell and I have not accused any one of the
No.
juniors of anything.
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
But from what I'm gathering from you is from what y'all saw on the camera was some suspicious activity, right? On their part or from the girl who was not dressed in junior uniform?
Right. The girl who was not dressed in junior uniform then was conversing with this group. So all we were saying was, you want to distance yourself from anyone who has that type of behavior going on. That's all we cautioned them on.
Okay, understood. But I think the thing that I'm really wanting to get a better understanding of is, from what I understand, and I understand y'all have to go by y'all guidelines,
Yeah.
absolutely, especially when it comes down to them because they're in y'all's care.
Right.
The girl in question was not even a part of the program. My daughter does not know her. And from what I understand is the girl was trying to get up the money from them after her card was declined to pay for whatever it was. I mean, basically, it could have randomly happened to any one of us, you know. Someone comes up to them, asks them for, you know, help or whatever in the situation at hand. And from what I understand, they were trying to help her if they couldn't. So the girl returned the stuff back. So, really, what I really want to do is just to make sure that y'all understand that I don't think any of these girls were in on whatever it was that she was trying to do or had done.
And no one accused them of anything. We just saw what we saw and just said, distance yourselves, report anything you see. There was clear evidence that the girl reached for the item, placed it in her bag, and it appeared that she was not planning to pay for it until someone called her attention to it. So all we are saying is distance yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, from anything that appears to be wrongful, because you guys represent University Hospital. You're wearing University Hospital badges and uniforms. You know, we have a program we want to protect. We want to protect you. We want to make sure that you guys report anything that's wrong. And honestly, we're trying to understand how 5 juniors are in the food court to begin with at 11 o'clock in the morning, because really they should all be at their reported workstations.
That is true, and I'm glad that you brought that to my attention, because from what I understand, I am actively involved with anything my child is involved with.
Sure.
And from
We appreciate that. We need more parental involvement. So.
yes, so I've been here to pick her up